Are you happy? Now, that's not just because I've uploaded a second video today about this QR code, but it's actually one of the questions you get when you scan the QR code. And obviously you go through all the motions of clicking yes and no to all the questions that we presume Uncle Howdy is asking you. And this is interesting. You come straight back to the result that we've seen in the past, and it's that image of all the people being shown the shadows and this cryptic image, and whatever it means, we're not sure yet. But in typical WWE fashion, there's a whole lot more to this QR code than first meets the eye. And yes, we've already discussed on things you might have missed. The URL, metamorpho, to change into another form, to transform, to transfigure. But my gosh, that's not it. You kind of get excited by that. There's so much more. Now, no matter what buttons you click, you end up on this page where there's 5 results, all saying no, and each giving you a different outcome. This is the first no, and you can see here, this is the image we have seen before. Number 2 gives you that same image, but with the people's faces being scratched out. What does that mean? Potentially some references to Bray's Wall of Friendship, you know, where he used to cross out the eyes of people. Maybe, I don't know exactly, but there is some hidden words on number 2. Underneath the image, it reads, they just wanted to belong. The third result of no will give you a red circle with the file name, Time Is. Time is what? Time is close that they're about to debut, potentially. The fourth no will give you the same video we made a video about last night that WWE put on TikTok, and it actually has the name with the URL, He Sees You. He sees what? He sees what, us? Or is he talking about the people potentially in the group? And number 5 will give you this new video. Listen. This time the door is pink. Lots of people pointing that one out. Referencing Alexa, maybe. This time on this new video, you also see people driving with the words, you will soon arrive at your destination. He is waiting for you. Now, with the reference to time and all this other stuff, are we saying that the destination is close? Are we saying this is Howdy driving, though? I don't think so. Because one of the last clues was this note, remember who you are. And I wonder if that's the note. Like, we're seeing the story of someone being told, hey, remember who you are. They've remembered who they are, and now they're driving to meet Uncle Howdy, potentially. Now, it depends where they're going to meet him. I mean, they could meet him for lunch. They could meet him on Raw. They could meet him at Backlash. Anything's possible. The video would end once again with a Pluto logo being flashed up on the screen. That's interesting because on the video last night, we did mention the fact that in the TikTok video, you see the Pluto logo being made up of pictures of the Pluto logo, but dead center in the middle of the circle is the NIGHTBIRD logo. It's the only one of the bird, and because it's center of the circle, does that mean it's now center of the story that they're currently telling? Which makes a lot of sense, which therefore we can assume the bird represents Howdy. The big topic of conversation, though, is the original URL, Metamorpho, and that whole thing about transformation. Because on the 5th video, the URL for that is complete. Now, that is interesting, because if we're saying the transformation is complete, is it that Uncle Howdy's transformation is complete? Or could it be like Eric Rowan? Has he gone out and recruited Rowan to remember who he is, and the transformation into whatever Rowan is going to be is now complete? Or even Alexa Bliss. I mean, last time we saw her, she was relatively a normal Alexa Bliss. Is she now Dark Alexa Bliss again? So many questions to be asked after tonight, no doubt about it. One thing that a lot of people are finding interesting is the positioning of the QR code near Braun Strowman. Again, the QR code could be put anywhere on this screen. They put it near Braun. And I do think the fact that Braun Strowman is being drafted is important. Braun is someone a lot of people would instantly put in this Bray Wyatt tribute faction, whatever it's going to be. So I don't understand why he's being drafted. Like, he hasn't been on TV now for so long due to injury. We know that the time was approaching for him to return, and he's going to be drafted Monday. Two things. Either that means that Braun Strowman is not a part of this group, which still feels very newsworthy in of itself. And the second one is whichever brand Braun Strowman goes to could be the brand we see Howdy, Alexa, and whatever else and whoever else comes with them actually show up eventually. Genuinely so much to consider after tonight's QR code. It felt like a monumental one. I do apologise for not getting it all into things you might have missed. There just wasn't time because this was put up like 15 minutes before the show end. And of course the main event was on. I had to do all that work in the space of like 5 minutes to get it up 10 minutes after the show. So this second video was definitely necessary tonight. So let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!